It's been a while since I wore this jacket, but today is a little chillier outside than normal, so we're going to deal with that. Okay, I have to make sure this helmet is on, set where I want it to be set today. Let's get the lights on. One of the things that somebody actually asked me the question about why don't I use the buttons to turn on the lights and things like that. And that's a good question. I think that's a legit question. A large part of that is because this button right here is going to be very sensitive to a lot of different things. So part of the reason why I do that is to make sure that that button doesn't wear down, because that's all you really have is that button to control all of your stuff. Let's get started. Okay, that was weird. Machine turned off out of nowhere. That is a first thing in the morning for it to turn off and turn back on. And it did this last week too, out of nowhere. I was in the middle of riding and whoop, it just turned off. Nothing you can really do about that, but try to pull over and get it turned back on. That's really all you could do. This is the second one of these that I've had, and the first one did that a lot going down this exact hill. So you'd be in the middle of going down the hill, and about right here or so, it would start turning off. And the first time it happened, I panicked. Now, I don't have to. Now, I just get going where I gotta go, do what I gotta get done, and I'm used to it. I hear it turn off, and I know I gotta pull to the side, stop, and turn it back on. So, if that's you, is the machine supposed to work that way? No. But if you spend a lot of your time trying to worry about that, you're gonna be sending these machines back to the manufacturer consistently. It typically happens like when they've done an update, like an over-the-air update. I've noticed that. So if an update comes through from Punk Electric, then yes, you will see your machine turn off because it's almost like a computer rebooting. And the only other time that I noticed that it turns off is if you are, let's say it's raining outside and you're taking off from a dead stop, you'll see it turn off. And that's just the way that it's built. It'll turn off if one of these motors, the front or the rear motor, starts to spin. You'll feel it turn off. Let's get the lights on first, because if we don't have those on, it's going to be a problem. Okay, and let's see what today is going to hold, because it's going to be, I think, something focused around 40, 50 people at the office. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to shut up, let you guys get your motivation for the day. You might hear me breathe, you might not. That's just what's going to happen. Let's get the day started. Today, I think we're going to focus on habit changing for today. That's going to be the focus. That reminds me, I have to do my journal entry for today. Yeah, I didn't do it this morning. I got to get it done. Where big those jeans? Never even fucking looked. She just kept walking on the phone. I think that's the great thing about when you ride a scooter. Your senses change, because you start to look at where they're going to go. And I don't think when you don't ride a scooter or when you don't ride a bike or something where you need to be deeply aware of what's going on around you. So people who ride scooters and they're drunk, like, it's enough trying to ride a scooter when you're not drunk. It's like when that situation happens, you learn very quickly where to go and where to position yourself. And I think a large part of that has to do with the fact that you have to be on very quickly and your body reacts to that. Especially when that girl jumped out in front of me, she never looked right. She just walked out because to her, it's just a sidewalk. Even though it's colored green, unless you're blowing at the person, they don't pay attention. All right, made it to you guys in 8 hours. All right, that was a quick little 8 hours. In and done, and we are on our way, leaving for the day. It's going to be warm out here, 78, somewhere in there.
Small daily acts of improvement, when done consistently over time, lead to staggering results.
Some of y'all soft. There's no better word for it. You're soft. You want to be a champion, but you don't want to work like a champion. Show up. A real man in the dark, when nobody's watching, he putting in work.
The heart of a champion is a light switch that's always on. It doesn't go on and off when someone's watching. It's constant.
Every single one of you has an opportunity every single day to make these small daily acts of excellence, optimization, and creativity that will ultimately build a life of greatness. How do you build a great company? It's not by revolution, it's by evolution. How do you build a legendary life? It's about what you do every single day with utter consistency that over time creates mastery.
If you go to the gym and you work out and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing. And if you go to the gym the next day and you come back and you look in the mirror, you will see nothing. So clearly there's no results, can't be measured, it must not be effective. So we quit. Or if you fundamentally believe that this is the right course of action and you stick with it, I'm not exactly sure what day, but I know you'll start getting into shape.
You will never pick up any momentum because you keep doing something different every single day. You have to find a routine and stick with it. If you hit a tree 1,000 times in 1,000 different spots, there's no guarantee it's gonna fall. But if you hit a tree 1,000 times in that same exact spot, she gonna come to the ground. Your problem is you did hit it 1,000 times, but in 1,000 different places. Stop trying to be deep. I need you to do the exact same thing every single day for the next 10, 15, 20 years and watch that tree come down. Every single day, stick with it. Don't rush the process, trust the process. Don't rush the process, trust the process. Don't rush the process. Trust the process. Get that one thing you're good at. Get that one thing you're passionate at and stick with it. Stop starting and stopping and starting and stopping and starting and stopping. If you master one thing, if you get there, I'm telling you, you can have what you want.
You can screw it up. You can skip a day or two.
Yeah, out of 365 days, you're gonna have a bad day or two, but I'm trying to tell you, the strength is in the routine.
What are you supposed to do when you fall off the path like that? What action should you take? Should you sit there and dwell and think about it forever? No. When you fall off the path, what you do is you get right back on the path.
The path of responsibility, hard work, and sacrifice. The path of discipline, humility, and ownership that ultimately leads to freedom.
You think things are gonna just go your way? Well, they're not gonna just go your way. You think things are gonna just happen for you? Well, they're not just gonna happen for you. You gotta make them happen.
To do whatever it takes. You have to eat the dream. You have to sleep the dream. You have to dream the dream. You have to see it when nobody else sees it. You have to feel it when it's not tangible. You have to believe it when you cannot see it. You gotta be possessed with the dream. And every single day, you gotta wake up and put forth effort. And your grind has to match your dream. You can't play as much as you used to play. You can't go where you used to go. You can't do what you used to do. And now you gotta push your grind up to match your dream. I need you to pick your grind up. I need you to pick your grind up. There's nothing wrong with your dream. You have a great dream, but your grind does not affect your dream. You gotta build that momentum. Sometimes it ain't about being the most talented. Sometimes it ain't about being the smartest. Sometimes it's not even about working the hardest. Sometimes it's about consistency. Just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and never stop and never give up and never quit. Day after day, play after play, second after second. When you get to a place where you work and you take your work serious and you put some consistency with your work, when you put so much time in, so much effort in, that what happens is your work starts to work for you. The effort that you put forth, the things that you do, because of the work you put in, things just start happening for you. It doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. Stay predictable, stay consistent, and when you embrace the grind will reward you.
The process of getting better and becoming the best at what it is that you do is painful. It's excruciating. It's hard. It's uncomfortable. And there's a reason why there is the phrase growing pains. Losers want to be coddled. They want to be comfortable. Winners want to be pushed and put through the pain because they know that going through that pain is going to produce the best possible product in themselves. So which one of these people are you? Are your feelings so delicate and so sensitive that you're going to let you getting your little delicate feelings hurt get in the way of becoming what it is you wish to become? Or do you say, you know what? F my ego. There's no pain, there's no f***ing gain. Which one